All right. So welcome back for another scene in This Life Season 2. Wherein, looking pretty pleased with herself, if truth be told, Kira is trotting on back from the training grounds, back towards the public housing. Just got a little bit of that swag. And honestly, she just trots right up that whole like, man, it's one of those like, it's so hard being me, as she lets herself in. Probably goes to get a fresh drink. Glance around at the walls around, and unless something's going on, we'll head back towards the room.
No, it just seems to be your standard evening at the public housing, really. Everybody looks pretty chill.
Yes, of course, the way of
You
a
can,
yes, my adoring fan, says she heads back towards her room.
yeah, you see Anastasia when you walk in, kind of sitting cross-legged on the bed, kind of reading, hair up in like a ponytail, all kind of flowing down, like half up, half down, that type of style.
Isn't the girl with the best timing I know?
Just
Hey,
glance up with a smile. Hello.
just come over, just plunk down next to her. How's your brother doing?
Yeah, he's fine. Just wanted to be around him for an extra day or two.
Of course. A hell of a wallop.
Mm-hmm. He seems to be doing all right.
Oh yeah.
Fussing at me for mammying him.
As is his solemn duty.
Mm-hmm.
Cracks a grin. With a lean over in the nudge. What you reading?
Oh, it just closes it over. It's what's that book by Machiavelli? Machiavelli again. Remember the Prince? I think it's the Prince. By Niccolo Machiavelli.
Just the glance over the eyebrows, just like, oh.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just giving you a hard time. Part of your double secret sword fang training.
No, I just like the book.
Oh. Well, fine. Be all reasonable then. I go, fine. We're fine.
There's like a smirk on his face. It's a good book. Very influential.
Can't say I've read it. A little glance over, like the head tip of like, eh.
You should, if you want to understand politics. It's a very good baseline.
Poke her tongue out. You think I'm not just already the hottest shit?
There's always somebody smarter.
Uh,
And always someone far more ruthless than you.
oh, that's just silly.
If you say so.
Little head can.
Like a smirk on her face.
Are you part of some evil plot I don't know about?
No, but I'm a Silver Fang, and politics is our way of life. Smirking over at her,
A little like, that's all reasonable. It's not nearly as fun as some conspiracy. Just,
Oh, I'm part of a giant conspiracy plot designed to kill you. Yes, absolutely.
No, I mean, if anyone was going to pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
When
sure.
we sleep, after we sleep together tonight, I will slit your throat in your sleep with a silver dagger.
I knew a beautiful lady would do me in.
Mm-hmm.
I did this to myself.
Pretty much. Grinning.
Couldn't resist.
Oh, yes. No, I just like to keep it fresh, Being a technical lady in waiting to Lady Sylvia von Kerr, I have to keep on my toes. She does a lot of political meetings.
She really does.
I mean, it's her job. Leaf handles the guru politics. She handles the kinfolk politics.
Just a little like, oh, just let me stretch this summer around your shoulders.
It's like a smirk on her shoulder. I mean,
Oh,
she
look
doesn't
over
stop
like
you.
that.
You know?
Eyebrow waggle. Like when
I mean,
she
she doesn't
walks
stop.
over to like judgment smile.
She just doesn't stop you. She's just like, really? It took you a lot longer. Just really?
Yeah, she gets the really, and it's just that eyebrow waggle intensifies.
A lot of things go on in the Silverfang court, Kira.
Sounds pretty fucking heavy.
A lot of, well, as I have learned from Klaus and all these people, I may be House Crescent Moon, but I've learned from the Gleaming Eye how to keep your eyes always open. Besides, Granny nudges over. I have my own secretive ways. With a little playful, like ooh, ooh, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sold. Tell me
I
more.
mean, I've got you in my bed, didn't I?
Absolutely fucking devious. I never had a chance.
Nope.
Was this all a play?
Oh,
They'll be
yes.
like, oh, well, you should take my friend here out to a club so that she can seduce you with her wobble.
To seduce the child of Aiden Lindskraus and to have her, screaming my name during the night. Oh, yes.
Well,
All part of the grand scheme of I don't know fucking what.
what, you got me with those sick wobbles? What was I gonna do?
I know. No, but Sylvia was even saying, use your political strategy of the wobble and she will never be able to resist.
We're gonna like her. It starts fucking coming apart at the seams on it. Just goddamn
She
it.
can't imitate Sylvia with that Russian accent. She can. She tries, but she can't.
That's your little heart. She tries. Oh my god. I mean, that sounds like a pretty deep plan. If even you don't know, that means it must be serious.
Oh, yes. We even talk about it. Do you know the plan? I don't know the plan. Then we don't know the plan. Then it's the plan.
It's just the plan with the stuff at the
Mhm.
place
Yeah, exactly.
with the guys.
With Anne at our located at Anne/or local pub.
Sounds to be serious.
Very. But no, our political plays, my brother and I, have been a lot less built for survival here than back home.
What makes you say that?
Well, if one, we're not fighting for our lives.
Oh, I'll get you every time. Little head shake, like, oh.
Yes.
So does that make you like the understudy for the next big courtly move, so that you two can be a Sylvia?
Well, one day I will be the next Sylvia. She just says with this very matter of fact, Next.
Well,
Take that.
Well, damn.
She takes out a cigarette and just pops it in her mouth and then lights it. If I cannot be the guru, I will be the force that changes them.
Changes the grow. Oof.
Well, yes, of course. To be under my heel, like you. And boops her nose.
I don't know. It sounds pretty devious.
It is. That's why I'm, so devious. Ugh.
Super devious.
Just a little, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like she's fucked like a ghost or something. You know what I mean? Fear me.
Oh, well, looks like I'm fucked.
Oh yes, in more ways than one.
Straight doomed.
But you know, yeah, she takes a drag, again, and looks over. Kira just does a little boop of her shoulder.
What? Do I know what?
Nothing.
Oh, doesn't sound like nothing.
I was also very worried about you, so.
Little me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 'cause you like me? There's a little lean over.
Well, I thought you had been hit because there were people coming from me.
For you. Who's coming after you?
She glances at the door. Is that locked?
It's about to be. And she like hops up and just goes over it like, yeah, fucking triple
Hold on,
lock
sir.
that shit.
Put on some music.
Just flicks the locks. You know she has. We've upgraded. Like she may have the fucking classical boombox, but she's got a fucking remote for it. We got with the times, okay?
Just don't have it too loud so I can't hear myself think. But have it, have it loud enough so if somebody taps the wind, like the tuk, 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 the wall.
Yeah, they'll totally think we're banging. Eyebrow waggle again. Yeah,
Yes.
hits play. Make sure that So even like go over to the window and just like flick the curtain a little more firmly across it. Like,
My uncle died in the Gleaming Eye War. My parents were assassinated
shit.
in the aftermath. They were strong supporters of House Gleaming Eye. My uncle served with Klaus. Friends, packmates.
Really, eyebrows pop up a little bit. Like, oh shit, pack mates.
And my sister, well, not my sister, but his sister, which would be my mother, supposedly before she married my father, her and Klaus were kind of head tilts, a thing. And so Klaus felt that it was honorable duty to protect his packmate's family and her family. But they were assassinated by men. Looks out the window a bit and takes a drag of her cigarette. I was only small. Michael was off in boarding school. Training, and I was too young to do the advanced classes. He was older, Or more so, well, he's the male heir, if you get what I'm saying. I
Right.
was this and that, and, blah, blah, blah. I remember just seeing masks and silver knives. And when Klaus and two of his pack found me, I was hiding in the cupboard. The last thing I really remember was a blood-red osprey laying at my father's chest.
So brown it.
I don't. She kind of like takes a drag of her cigarette again. I was young. Michael was about 5. I was 10. They sent Michael off because, with his grandparents and were babysitting and doing whatever. It's part of tradition with the male heirs of my family that they get special training.
Yeah.
I was at home, and there was a knock at the door. My mother bade me to go upstairs and told me that no matter what happens, don't come out. I could hear shouting, yelling. I heard a snarl and a snap. I peeked out the window, down, the door from the cupboard, and I saw people in masks. They put an osprey on my father's body, and then my mother's body, and I quickly hid back in the closet. I don't know how long I was there for. The closet door opened, and there was Klaus and his other packmate, Randveer.
Did they look for you? Or did they just leave?
I think they assumed that I was out. You know what I'm saying? That I was with my brother being receiving the tutelage.
She actually squeezes her in and does, it's just the of surprisingly caring little kiss on the temple.
And so we grew up under different my grandparents, but we noticed that people were coming for us, that we could hear things. That my brother noticed. I noticed eventually. There were a lot less friends in Court of Crescent Moon. Crescent Moon itself is loyal to Gleaming Eye, but there were factions. There was a very bitter conflict after the Gleaming Eye War in our clan. Being the oldest house, we held the most responsibility, so sides were chosen, and But I'll never forget that it was because of the death of my father that a lot of internal struggle started. A lot of things changed. Until one day I was sent to Sept of the Copper Door, where Klaus was doing his internmentship at, overseeing Gleaming Eye Estates, making sure that Osterhall land stayed with Gleaming Eye. Putting down parts of factions. And then I came here. And Klaus made sure that I was safe. He and his pack have checked in with me several times. Ranveer was the main person I stayed with in England, where I got my education. That's why I'm good at English. It's a grin. And then I told Klaus I wanted to come to America, and he brought me here.
Well, damn.
I got stages about 24, 25, and Michael's early 20s, 20, 21. He doesn't look it. It's just maybe because he's on a rune and he's been in combat, you know what I mean?
They grow up hard.
Michael has been fighting all his life to try and get us a better station, gain some of the glory we gained, you know what I mean? Since he changed, we thought that this is a real turning point for our family and our fortune. And Klaus has been our biggest supporter. That's why I am loyal to him.
I mean, as long as he's doing right by you.
He's never
He's
done
good with me.
So that is my tale. And when I saw that you were stabbed and attacked, I panicked. I don't want to tell you this merely out of, we barely know each other, and,
I mean, I'd say we know each other pretty well. Eh?
You know what I mean.
I know.
I just thought she holds she takes off her jacket, and I've just been on the run a lot, hiding and having to hide when people tell me to hide.
Well, I need to worry about that.
But I'm
My
not
own
one
brand of trouble.
But I'm not one of them, those people with the bloody ospreys.
Oh.
I hate them,
Sounds like you have every right to.
No, she nods and just takes a drag. I don't mean to be a buzzkill. I just,
Good. You're not a buzzkill.
Yeah, she hold her hand out.
But just for a hand, or?
Yeah, she's you know what I mean?
Aw. Can I just give her the hand?
I don't do this sort of thing that very often.
Do this with what?
I don't do this sort of thing very often.
Get a super hot girlfriend?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I mean, you should do more often. It's working out great for me right now.
Well, yes, but with my tribe, it's either, marry or this person because of this lineage or blah, 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 or not at all.
I mean, they seem to have learned how to cut loose just a little bit.
Well, that's because out here it's a lot more free.
Pretty nice if I do say so myself. I'm a fan.
True. I just, she pulls Kira in like, oh,
Oh shit!
I don't know, I'm attached, okay? I'm not very good at this, and yeah.
You like me?
Yes.
She'll give the hand a squeeze. Bring up and just touch the knuckles with her lips. Don't know how it works out in the long run, but fuck if I care. Kinda like you too.
I mean, I'd like it to work out. I don't really get any pleasure from men. I have to for, Gaia and all that, but
They're that bad at it? Like, kind of looking at it like, oh.
no, it's just, people have their things, and I understand my duty and responsibility. Absolutely, but it's not what makes me happy. The guy just rubs the back of her head awkward, like,
Aww.
I'm not some figure to be pitied, I understand rules, I understand what expected of us, and I don't consider it a punishment,
No, you're not a fucking kid. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
More true than that.
But I've always liked women. Preferably,
Devious.
It's not
Scandalous.
really. My brother says it's not as uncommon as one may think.
It's really not. Like, she, actually gets a little, puts away the playful face for a second. It's like, it's really not.
And I like you, so.
Are you sure? I'm kind of a weirdo.
No, I like you.
It's her little nose peck.
I would like us to get a house together someday.
Well, damn.
Look, soon I am not very good at this. It's great. If I'm moving too fast, this is something that's giving me pleasure, and I don't get that very often.
Yeah, there's the cheeky smile, but oh, bless her. Kira's a little more awkward than she likes to let on, so.
You can tell this is someone who is not used to this, and is just jumping at it because, I don't know what I'm doing, but fuck it. Here.
I like it. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Bear with me 1 sec. But yeah, that is exactly what you're saying. Is I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck.
Well,
Is this
I don't
all
know
this
if
okay?
it, huh?
Is all this okay?
Oof. I'm gonna lie. I haven't really done anything that's lasted long either. So
I've mainly kind of just gotten drunk, slept with a couple of people, and then been out the door the next morning.
okay. Well, okay. I've done more than that. Just I don't know. I guess I just never banked on any of it working out before.
I mean, there's no reason to say we can't live together. Eventually, I'll have to have children, but I'm sure I could find someone who would be understanding, so long as the legacy is there.
I mean, wouldn't your family have kittens?
There's just me and my brother. Now.
Oh. A little hand rub, Well,
My grandparents.
because they're grandparents. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, like my grandparents. They were old, and they died when we were like nearly at the end of our teens. So thankfully, I was able to help Michael, and then he changed, and he became the breadwinner. Great.
Well, joke's gonna be on him when you're pulling in all that bread.
I mean, I have my setups and I do my things, but Michael has been the real driver of the family now, as you can imagine why.
That whole line follows the men thing.
I mean, it's not even that. We've had women guru before, but he's the guru now. So it's trying to get him out of the hedge knight status. He's only got lineage, but he hasn't got, influence or title or. If you understand what a hedge knight is.
That's actually a new one for me.
Hedge knight or like a knight errant is probably the word. I've been reading too much fantasy. It's grinning. Like a little embarrassing. I'm a nerd.
No.
Hedge knight are... Oh, well, it's mainly come from knight errant, where they don't have... they're wandering, roving. They don't have money, or they're out of pursuit of things. They don't have these things. You know what I mean? They're trying to earn them.
All right. Checks out. I mean, makes sense.
He doesn't own a land. No.
Yeah, a little brown it, and it's not judgment; it's concern.
That was the part why I hate them so much. They took everything from us. Political games. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, your grandparents went, and someone who the fuck did that?
Klaus has been trying to figure that out for a long time.
Who has it now?
The boring sort of. It's hard to explain. And she pull her beside her. Klaus cannot get involved in Clan Crescentwood business. As you can understand, different house, different rules.
Uh-huh.
So, like I told you, when my father died, there was no living guru heir. You understand?
Yeah.
So it was passed over to the next technical living guru heir, and he was on different side of civil conflict. So, by the law, as the more traditional of the houses, no living guru, kinfolk loose.
So even though your grandfolks are still around, it went to someone else. Didn't even go to them?
Our grandparents were not guru.
That is all kinds of fucked up.
Crescent Moon is the more traditional house. They have some of the older tenants.
It's one of those things where you get the idea that she gets it, she just doesn't like it.
Yeah, again, you can tell. I mean, from stories you've heard of Clan Crescent, they are the literal more traditional Silverfang. You know what I mean? They follow a lot more baser Silverfang protocol. This would make sense in a medieval setting. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's one of those things where she can get it. It's the oldest house. They do the oldest shit. That's how it be. But it's still one of those things where it's the idea of even with living kin that they're essentially not being taken care of. That hits the Fianna note a little hard.
We were taken care of, but it was in the most But you don't get this. You know what I mean? It's we weren't you know what I mean? But you get where I'm coming from. It is more, this goes to this, and now you have to go here. That is how it is done, Our parents' estate was taken off us, and we went to stay with our grandparents.
All right. So catch me if I'm totally out of line on this. But once your brother changed, shouldn't the properties of your parents have defaulted to you?
He is trying to get to the right rank to challenge that claim. Right now he's a Cleith, which would be, it would come down to a challenge. And she kind of it would come down to, you know what it would come down to.
Because they don't have the decency to just give it up, do they?
No.
Okay.
Grudges are petty, she emphasizes. Michael is trying to get to the point where he is strong enough to smash it to pieces. And why I asked Klaus to bring him here. This is the place where he can earn glory.
You can earn glory and he won't have them watching him the whole time either.
And undermining him.
Okay.
So that's the big secret.
What, you think I got in this for the money? I got in this for the wobble. Like, gives her the squeeze in because she's been pulled up side by side anyways. In fact, if Anastasia doesn't mind it, she's going to get the tug right into the lap.
Yeah, she does. She's okay with it, you know. She's taller than you, but she makes it work.
It's silly, but she doesn't care. It's just the possessive little squeeze in of like, mine. This goes in my lap. I don't care if it's bigger than me. It's mine.
So Michael is trying to, fight his way up the ladder to get our home back.
All right. Well, looks like I'm going to have to be your monkey wrench. If anyone tries to play fucking games.
Just feeling it a bit, Smiles a bit awkwardly. I thought it was them all over again.
I mean, don't worry. I walked face first into that trouble all by myself.
But for Kira, you see a pattern, though. The Osprey hit, created chaos. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Then faded back into nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she thinks about it and then kind of glances up because she's not going to stress poor Anastasia out more. She just says, do you want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah. Kira just does a little squirmy bit so she can get to the edge of her shirt and just peels her shirt off. I mean, she's got a bra on, but it's not going to cover any part of that line. Just peels the shirt off and looks up at her. Lets her have a minute to just decide how she feels about it, check it out, but is going to watch her to see how she reacts.
Yeah, she just reaches over and just plants a delicate kiss on it.
Don't worry.
Just see how Kira reacts to it.
It's just, not what she expected, especially off of Silverfang. I'm not gonna lie. I imagine that she's the only one who's really touched it. Like her sister checked on it, her brother checked on it, whatnot. But since it happened, she's the only one who's touched it, and you expect your own touch, so it doesn't get the same reaction. And of course, she's cut it repeatedly, but it probably looks kind of It's one of those things where I imagine it always just looks like that touch raw, like freshly healed, because she's not doing anything to keep it from healing up again, but. It does mean that the kiss kind of tickles and it startles her, just kind of like the
Is that okay?
I don't know what I expected. But it wasn't that. Not gonna lie.
But yes, no, I'm just a ladless Silverfang. She grins, just nudging against her.
For now.
For now.
Just for now. Can't have that. Kind of, just the intense looking at, because like, oh no, kinfolk getting screwed out of like their family's home? Oh no. So she's a little intense, not over the top, but the eyes are a little, I assume she's gotten kind of stormy over it. She doesn't like that. Kira didn't like that.
But as long as you're okay with being with me, I'd like us to get a house.
Well,
not just a room, like an apartment, or they do apartments down by the docks. I know some kinfolk who stay there.
What, over in Shadowlord country? Like the eyebrow, like, oh.
I could give less of a shit where it is, as long as it's relatively safe.
I mean, relatively safe is good, especially if you're gonna be there.
True.
I mean, like, I know I'm a certified badass and I can totally handle it, but can't have you getting scuffed up.
I do hear the Bay Point apartments are pretty nice, though.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not just Shadow Lords. I hear Glasswalker kin stayed there. I saw that's right there. Corey, do you know Corey?
Suri's sister, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She stays out there, but she does come onto set a lot. I get the impression she likes to go out, stay there when she's going into the city.
Sounds like a pretty safe commute then.
It's decent enough. It's kind of. I imagine it's probably looked over. It's a good. Apparently, it's a great place for many Gorda. I have seen when I checked it out because a little bashful girl like I totally went and checked it out.
I totally went and checked it out in advance anyways.
I did see what's his name, Anton there.
That's a pretty good sign too. Look at you, taking some initiative, getting the drop on.
I thought about it for a while, and I just didn't want to get an apartment on my own. And Michael can't really go out into the city, being what he is, for a long time.
Yeah, you'd probably freak people right the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sounds good to me. You could check it out. I mean,
I mean, poor Anastasia. It probably endears your heart a bit. She pulls out the brochure.
Oh, she got a brochure and everything.
And she shows you the apartments. They're not bad. They're not bad setup. Good little crash pads. They're in the R20 actually. The R20 things, the Bay Point apartments at the Docklands.
Let's go eyeball this shit. Just minimize that. All right, so past that. Offset. Docklands. Apartments. Ooh, fancy little apartments.
They're right on in terms of the map wise, they'd be right on the Docklands border, so just a bit away from the Hangman. So like the Bay Point apartments are actually, what's hilarious is they're right on like where the Hangman is, right by Rice's Point. They'd be like further down essentially.
So essentially, right close to where Guru are living and working, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. They're by they're by Goodwill store. You know what I mean? They're by the Port Authority place. You know what I mean? They're actually near decent places to be safe by. You know what I mean?
Oh damn! They're not like giant fucking buildings either.
Yeah, they're even by a park, the Bayfort Festival Park.
Well, shit! Look at you.
So, if you wanted to go check out the Umbra, there's a place that is actually safe. It's a lakefront. It's very pretty.
Whew. I wasn't ready for you to work faster than me. Shit.
I'm not rushing you, am I?
I mean, it's not like I can't say no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck it. I'll go give it a check out. Why not?
Be an excuse for you to go into the city too.
Might need a better one to get past the border, but
I mean, the lockdown's finishing up soon, she said, from what I was hearing. I think it's just the initial, if there's an attack, they lock the place down for a bit, make sure to test the waters,
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit. You already went and looked at it and everything, got the tour, didn't you?
I got permission to go off SEP to, have to, my job, Grinning. I work.
Oh,
I
sneaky.
do as a representative to some of the local meaderies and stuff like that. I work in the sales area.
Oh no, I see you sneaking around when you got offset for a legitimate reason. Going to get tours.
I could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but hey, nobody saw me. He's grinning.
How did nobody see you at a place where everyone is? I guess it's because they all got
I may have paid Anton to not tell anyone.
You paid Anton?
I did. Grinning. Mainly because I helped out some business with Heidi. She was looking for some things. And I, made it easier for her to get them, a little thing. So I've made a few friends.
I'm going to say, leading with bribery and everything.
Look, I just asked him to cover for me. And he was actually really nice about it. I thought he'd be a dick. But he was very nice.
Oh, why would he be a dick?
He's a shadow lord, I'm a Soulfang. Which is like, you know what? That's valid.
That's why she laughs.
But
he
was actually really nice about it. I was kind of surprised.
I mean, it's not like you were in a place where he wasn't, so you weren't safe.
Oh, no. He was just like, I didn't know you went to places like this. And I was like, neither did I. You know what I mean? Hello. So.
Well, we could maybe both go look at it, but I'd probably need some time. Just
well, of course.
Get my head straight, then convince my entire pack that I'm not ditching them.
Why would they think you're ditching them? All you say is you're having a place in town.
No, sometimes people get weird about it. Some packs like to stay real close.
What you could say is you have a place in town. That way we can work in town, and you have a place here. Simple.
I'm going to have to get a pull-out couch.
No, you're not.
No, for when they... Huh?
Oh, how many people are going to be coming over? It's kind of like, oh.
I mean, if they actually want to use it. So, like, if I use that excuse, then sooner or later they're going to take me up on it. I'm going to have to have enough to crash.
I could talk to Corey and see what the story is, because I know Zori goes there, so maybe some of your brother's pack goes there too, and figure out, like, how many can realistically house.
Oh, yeah. I don't expect they're going to, like, just fucking move in. I just figure if they actually do need to come and use it, I have to have them to crash out.
We could get one of the bigger rooms. I have a lot of money. She's smirking.
That's fucking good, because you know what? I didn't exactly ask my parents for a credit line.
We have a lot of money. Some of what was inheritance from our grandparents, who were clever enough to make sure that we got the money, and others have been myself working and,
being all good at your shit.
Yes. Grinning. Yes.
Outrageous.
Like if you're peeking out the windows, because imagine if your window, you see Jules passing by, he's not looking in your window, but you can just spot him, walking down one of the laneways.
Probably just heading around the public housing, because that's where I am.
No, he doesn't peek in, no, but you just
that'd be hilarious if I just looked over and he had his fucking nose pressed on the window.
Hi.
And fucking die.
No, he's clearly just like, the way, it's kind of like apartment blocks, the ground floor kind of has their way where it's by the path, so you just see people passing by, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That should just steal a little glance, because but she does have a really hot woman in her lap.
Do you need to do anything today? I could get some dinner cooked and have it ready for you.
Oh shit, you cook too?
Not very well. Smiling, grinning, dipping her head into Kira's shoulder, chuckling. I make a great burnt toast.
Oh well.
But Michael does say I do good scrambled egg.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a start.
It is. I'm quite proud of it. Yeah, grinning at her.
Look, at least it's not a total loss. Come on, you got this. You got this.
I could or I could I could talk to some people who could get me food. And nudging against Kira.
Just hiding her face, like, or I could just do this.
Yeah. Don't look at me. She's very funny on the stage. She's dorky. It's clearly like, I'll put it like this. It's clearly she's had to do a lot of things that normally a Silverfang would not have to do, and she's not very good at that.
She's like, where's my stuff? My 4-string quartet. Kira!
And she's not arrogant about it either. It's just she's just a bit flustery, you know what I mean?
She's bashful because it's like, oh, you're good at this practical thing. And she's like, actually, no.
Actually, no, I'm really not. Save me. Can you cook?
Well, then, I mean, I'm not bad.
Oh, well.
Dad cooks.
Well, that means you're cooking the dinner then.
Oh, shit.
I will decorate the house. I'm good at that. Smirking.
All right, lady. Lady jumps ahead. Let's one step at a time. Let's go take a little look-see first. Little interior decorator.
Oh, I can't be excited.
Nah, I guess you can be excited.
I'm gonna be excited. Sage nodding.
That's just the whole boy.
Do you want to talk about your attack? You know, like rubbing her face.
You know, I would for you, but I don't know if you want to see me like that.
She kind of does this adorable little like nudge. Whenever you're ready. I just didn't want you to think I don't want to, you know.
Aww. Just squeeze her in and like the big loud obnoxious kiss on the cheek, like mwah! Just.
That's all. You know, it doesn't have to be right now or like a week. I just, you know, didn't want you to did not think I wouldn't ask, you know.
Oh shit! You know, on the topic of like awkward conversation.
And for what it's worth, by the way, she points at the scar. I think it's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe she like sit up a bit and kind of straighten up, like, and kind of push your whatever kind of collar you have out of the way so she can look at it.
I mean, the funny thing is, the only thing she has on under her shirt is her bra and the fucking charm necklace.
She kind of pushes things. She just moves things gently out of the way. You know what I mean? Not like taking them off or anything, but it's like, there. It's you.
Oh, you're damn right.
No, but like, come on. Just picks her up and like, you know, I imagine they have like a vanity mirror or whatever, like, you know, to like get themselves ready and shit. I imagine.
Oh yeah. If you think Kira doesn't have a mirror, oh.
No, take a look. See.
She'll hop up. She will absolutely indulge this.
It's hard, Kira, because like you can tell what Anastasia's trying to do, but all you see, because that's Bureau of trauma, is
she's lying to herself very hard.
Where is he?
Oh, you about to do me a dirty?
Oh, always. Oh, where'd he go? I can't find him.
He's hiding from you.
Yeah, because he knows you're a butt.
He doesn't want you to traumatize me anymore.
There he is. Oh, you just get the right coloring. There you go, Kira.
Oh. It's one of those things where she tells herself it's not his anymore, and then she looks in the mirror and it's just the fucking actual mental discord.
I mean, Anastasia's not stupid because I imagine you kind of prickle a bit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's thankfully very low key because much like her daddy, she doesn't want to upset kinfolk around her, but there's no like missing the fact that it's not like she gets full scale goosebumps. It's just kind of like that little bit of tension as the hackles, like the back hairs go up.
You feel Anastasia just peck the good side of your neck. You know what I mean? It's okay. You can turn away. It's okay. You know, she's pulling her in like, oh, no, 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 no. Do you know what I mean?
Just I assume it's like, oh, I'm breaking eye contact with that. You turn,
Yep.
look at me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What she does is to make you, you're going to erupt laughing. She just buries you in your chest.
It's one of those things where like she starts to kind of prickle, and there's the kiss that kind of starts to pull her attention away, and then she whips her around and like just shoves her face in her tits. It's just
Yeah.
like. But the
Quick
question,
hide-
all right, is she putting her face in Kira's tits or the other way around?
Other way around. She had quick hiding these.
Quick hide in these. Fucking beautiful. She whips her around and just shoves her face in her chest, and she's like, oh, well, oh shit. Like nuzzles in, like,
Yeah,
oh,
she
you
does.
put me here now. She like latches the arms around her and just like buries her face, like just a little like nuzzle in, like this is mine now.
Yeah,
This
she
is my
does jump
home.
a bit because that's fucking ticklish. And then
Yeah,
she
it
kind of
is.
lift her head up like, whoa, you know. Like she lift Kira's head up like, hey, 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 hey.
Kira takes like the one like last on the way out, like nips the fabric of her shirt, like yeah. But let's go pretty quickly. She don't want to actually damage the shirt. It's probably more expensive than half my wardrobe.
It is.
So it's
Fucking
like she
peasant.
does the little nip at it, but lets it go after a second. You know, when her head keeps getting tugged, like no.
Better?
Oh, that's way better.
Well, why don't you go out and do what you need to do? I will do something to get Thrin to get me a meal. I won't do anything, you know. I just bat my eyes. Can't resist. For an Oryxen, he's great.
She'll be convinced. Ah,
But just come back in a bit, and I'll she's like opening the door, like you just let me go do this for you. If you watch her, she will go up and bat her eyes at Thrin, like, "Hey, Thrin, I burnt the thing again." You know what I mean? She puts on such, you know what I mean? And Thrin being, Tyrion, a man being a man of principle, you know what I mean?
a man of principle.
He's like, "Oh well, I could totally help you with that, and I get to be, yeah, I'll totally get that for you, I burn this shit all the time. Here, I'll show you how. Come on."
Kira's just like, that was hot. I'm not even
Yeah.
mad.
Tyrion is like, "I will do this for you, noble lady. I'll be the hero that saves this." You know what I mean?
I will be your knight in shining armor for this meal.
Readies himself for battle with the cooker. But yeah, you'll see Jules just chilling out then, eventually.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll say Kira snagged a tank top before she got shoved out the door. Like
Mm-hmm.
just something, really. Pardon as I have been handed food and Just give a little nod, like, "Hey, Jules, stop."
I glance over as he's like plonked down. Yo.
Things any different out there today?
Not particularly. What you doing?
Bullshit. Making trouble mostly. Driving one of my packmates right up a wall. Up like 3 different trees too.
Nice.
That good shit.
Mm-hmm. He's just parking out, with his leather jacket and kind of undercut hair, just kind of glancing out, as he's lighting a cigarette. It looks to be like one of those roll-up ones.
He about to get chill as fuck?
No, just
All
the right look. It looks like regular tobacco. It's For people who smoke properly, it's
Mhm.
cheaper to buy roll-ups rather than actual like cigarettes.
Oh, it is.
So it just looks like a regular one of those. So you still wanting to talk to me?
I mean, yeah, right until you tell me to straight fuck off on it.
Follow me. And he just starts walking, like easing up, like up, and we're going.
Yep, just follow along.
He'll head to the one place where, well, you can talk about things, which is the lower side of the lake.
Mhm.
You know, when you're in the kind of dark underwood, you know what I mean? You do feel the kind of shadowy presence and fog kind of perforating in every now and again. Then he'll lean up against a tree and take a drag of a cigarette once you're all kind of settled. So ask.
Well, seems like you and Elena had a history.
Yep.
Any part of that you're actually game to talk about?
Depends. Why? Who's asking for you?
Just me. Never seen you fucking shook before. Means there might be something really worth fucking knowing.
She, I've done jobs with her before.
Sorry, give me one quick second to grab my water. Alright, sorry about that. Right back. I mean, that's the thing. Becca says she's worked with her too, but
No, Becca hasn't worked with her like I have. She hasn't done any of the fucking. Becca's worked with the pack, and they go on clean up missions and do this type of shit. No, I worked with Elena, not Diego, not Marco, not Alex. Elena.
I'm not gonna pretend I know how any of that fucking works as far as getting assigned to shit, but
It's more like they request you for a delicate job, you get assigned. She requested for me, mainly because the first 2 times we had done good together, and then we started doing things.
then how about instead of me asking shit you don't even want to fucking talk about, just ask.
The shit I can't tell you. I'll put it like that. Shit that just stays buried, you know?
Alright.
Not because, like, ooh, Shadow Lord, I'll kill you if you tell me. Mainly because the people we put away deserve to stay buried.
I ain't looking to dig nobody up.
I can tell you a couple of things. Elena is known as Ojos del Diablo. You know what that means? You speak Spanish?
Nah, I fucking wish. Can't figure out who the fuck that has to teach me.
I mean, I know how to speak Spanish, but hey.
I mean, well, you know, after we're done having a really awkward talk, hook a girl up.
Maybe. Depends. It's called Devil Eyes. That's what it means. Devil Eyes.
Yeah, there's a little brown in it because she can figure out, like, okay, there was some devil in there somewhere, but
Elena is, well, she's a ragabash, so she does a lot of shit people don't talk about. to do that, she does some pretty dark shit to get at people that are dark. You know, they're scum, leeches, spirals. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Her real name, well, her full name is Elena Velez. On the street, she's called Snow.
Nice to know.
She used to do cocaine when she was a kinfolk.
Yeah, I don't know that. Okay.
She started work, from what I know. I know I don't know her when she was young. You know what I mean? She is young. That's the creepy part. She's about like I think what age are you? 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about the same age. She's about 23.
Okay.
Started work young, went up, got recruited by the Thunder Ring, or was more like came out of the Thunder Ring, if you get what I'm saying.
All right.
Done some work that people don't talk about. Killed a lot of people. But mainly she sacrifices. I saw it once. She gave someone to a pain spirit. You know, had the Theurge bring him over, do all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And let the pain spirit rip him apart. Watched the whole time. Didn't even fucking blink.
Yeah, there was a little. There's kind of the eyebrows pop at that because it was like given to a pain spirit. And she's like, "How the fuck did a Raggy do that?" Okay, Theurge got it. Yeah. Oh, goddamn.
We've done a lot of things that we're not supposed to be doing, that the Guru Nation will look at us nastily and tell us what we're doing. Elena would reply, which do you want? Plata or promo? Lead or silver?
Oh, goddamn.
She's for Gaia. I can tell you that she's ain't some wormish bitch. You know what I mean? And she's not dancing. In fact, she hates spirals just as much as the next person. It's just when it comes to them, she don't care. She'll kill them, their kin, anyone. I heard she infiltrated. I saw it as well too. We had to take down a spiral kinfolk. Guy was wanting to rat us and do all this, and she brought him in, did all this, and right as convinced them that they were going to turn away a new life, and after they had given up everything, and then held him there till he passed out. Like bled out. Introduced the guy everything, and then just shot him right at the second that he had fully got what he wanted.
Oh, goddamn.
Like, tells the target everything, got them right in, and then poof.
I mean, I guess it made sense that somebody had to get really down in the dirt with him.
Yeah. Now, I just did the cleanup. Bury the bodies, take care of the thing. Only once did she make me, she wanted to know that I was trustworthy. Because we're doing all this dark shit, right? Doing all these grim jobs. Eventually, you get tempted by the worm, as she put it. And there was this... He just rubs the back of his head. Look, the night I changed, Elena and them were working a job. It was during the St. Cloud conflict, and they were starting to come in. And when Xavier's people started getting pushed back, the Beast started making sure that the people that were loyal to him remained alive. So Elena was making sure the people were taken care of that were, difficult.
Okay.
She wanted to know, was I trustworthy? And there was this one particular brand of people, and her name was the Chemist. She sold a lot of drugs to a lot of people, made our lives a fucking misery. Let's be real, she was an inch away from being tainted herself. I wouldn't be surprised if Xavier ended up worm tainted.
Okay.
And Elena's job was to get rid of the Chemist, and she wanted me to do it. And the Chemist shot me during our job, and it was during a thunderstorm. Everything was going crazy. Everyone was trying to pull out. And I first changed during that exchange.
Was the Chemist one of us, or?
She's Shadowlord, I think. Something Bonar Shadowlord. I never really fucking asked. I didn't want to stay around the bitch longer than I fucking needed to.
You know, makes sense. Fuck.
But Elena told me that there was a suspect of Wormtaint, and that was all they needed. And it was the Chemist. I imagine when all things went to shit, she probably just joined the first thing she needed to.
Makes sense.
And so they sent Elena to get rid of her. Now, you know what? People could be like, oh, well, how'd you know Elena was 100? Elena doesn't lie like that. I'll say that. If Elena's coming for you, it means you're guilty.
I mean, she doesn't have to be the judge to be the executioner.
Precisely. That's why they call her Devil Eyes. Because when you see her, the devil's here, and she's come to collect.
Oh, fucking Christ.
So she's here, right? Because there's something worm-tainted here. She doesn't come to kill Guru unless they're worm-tainted. I'll say that about them. No matter what everyone else tells you about Elena and all them, she's here for Wormtaint.
It's not as easy as it just being those spirals we're working against, is it?
Normally never is, otherwise Elena wouldn't be here.
Yeah. She goes for those inside jobs, right?
Yeah. Or she goes for things that she has to hunt and track down.
Yeah, she just kind of like bobs her head. I mean, she's thinking. There's outrageous suggestions that come to mind, but she's actually stopping and thinking.
I'm not scared, right? I can take my shit. I can dish my punishments. I can do whatever the fuck I need to do. I just had to relive a lot of shit that I really didn't want to relive.
You good now?
I'm fine. I can handle myself.
Yeah, it's just it's immediate acceptance.
I ain't some motherfucker that's going to be crying about his problems. It's not me. Never was me. I just kept my head down and I fucking did my bit. I don't want anyone else, any other kinfolk fucking suffering the same thing, I'm here to do my fucking job and do my fucking weight for the nation.
Don't doubt you for a second.
It's just... I ain't that. You know what I mean?
No. I got you.
And it's not... I ain't knocking Elena. I ain't knocking her. We need people like that. It's just not me.
No, there's just an auto like. Fair enough.
Like, you can tell Jules is just... He's not that guy. You know what I mean? He's not about that pure... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ruthlessness.
Well, that and like, let's face it, in the end, it's also the answer that it's not that she left him traumatized like that. It's just that it caught him by surprise and it just snapped him into it. And considering how often that happens to like Joe, she just kind of goes, okay.
It's a very Joe reaction, actually.
Yeah. That's why she's like, Not she basically did the whole "Are you good now?" And the immediate reaction, she's just like, "Oh, okay, all right, you're good."
So, but as for the rest of the Sicario Typhoon, they're not here to bust your balls. They're here to do business, and that business is taking down a threat. It's the likes of Joanna Lopez you need to be worried about, but she's not here yet. You'd know if Joanna Lopez was here.
How about she?
She is one of the Beast's main people. You don't go to the Beast without going through Shadowcatcher. She's La Segunda, which is basically like the Seneschal, if you want to be really technical, if you get what I'm saying, hinting at.
I'm assuming by the time one of his right hand people rolls out, we've got a serious fucking problem.
It basically means that he's here to do business with you, and you better listen. Because she's the reasonable one.
Oh, sounds like we gotta make sure it doesn't get that far.
Because if what the stories I've heard about El Patron, the Beast, he'll kill you, your family, your entire line, if you're in his way. I mean, here's the freaky part, right? You know the way we're all about like recognition and names and all that?
Yeah?
I've never even seen him at Moods back when they did them.
I mean, isn't that kind of a big old slap in the face of your Karen to not show?
Yeah, but nobody ever challenged him. Xavier didn't.
Sounds like the kind of guy who would have if he thought he could get away with it.
Yeah. Now, I heard a couple of people have only seen the Beast face to face in, a while.
Oh, brown it.
Now, I've seen glimpses of him. I heard back here some of the people in Heartsfire saw him because he came to negotiate with them.
That's all?
Yeah,
I mean,
and they listened when he negotiated.
I mean, we've got the deal. It's not like it came out of nowhere. Fuck.
Yeah, but Joanna was one of the people that opened the door for that to happen.
Okay.
But one of those people you just don't fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, checks out. God damn. I mean, no better than me, man.
I have a healthy respect for the Thunder Ring. They came in, they made shit better after Xavier fucked off wherever he is. I know Becky still thinks he's fucking alive, but you know what? Wherever he is, even if he's alive or dead, he's probably in a world of pain.
Wherever he is, it ain't good.
Now, considering some of the stories I've heard around here. Point is, Kira, I'm fine. Elena's just... I know she's here for a fucking reason, and I don't know what that is, and that worries me.
Yeah, there's just the mild nod of like, fair enough.
I also know that there are... You ever been to the Dead Zone?
No, actually. You ever been there?
Yeah.
What the hell's out there?
Nothing. During the day. I haven't gone there during the night.
What's out there?
Nobody has. I mean, we've been on the borders of it, and I'll put it like this. Trying to look around, there's some weird shit in there. There's something in there.
And like Ericsburg, it's the same. Weird sounds. Something.
Yeah, there's again, it's just that little brown it of like, huh.
Now I've been there during the day. It's weird to see someone creeped out the way he is about it. He's creeped out. Nothing,
Like good and
Kira.
proper creeped out, apparently.
There's nothing, Kira. No wind. No sound. Like you can feel your footsteps and shit. But imagine everything just dead. No life. No breeze. And sure, the wild is like there's grass and this and that. But there's nothing. Like the buildings are kind of warped. There's just nothing there. Ericsburg is like a bigger town. We went to check was there even Weaver spirits there. Nothing.
I mean, is there something keeping them out?
I don't know. Now apparently there are things there at night, but none of us have got the order, and to be honest, none of us want to go in.
I mean, has anyone ever even like left a bug out there or something just to see if it picks anything up?
Nobody's chance. Like I said, we haven't got the order. You know when you just don't wanna.
Just ain't worth it.
Yeah. I know Runs is being curious. I know Evelyn is really curious.
And not even them?
Huh?
They don't even want to fuck with it?
Runs is tempted, but he's trying to. What was it he said to me? Cost benefits. Apparently, it was destroyed by something that is far beyond our comprehension.
Oh shit.
But I think I think this needs to be looked into. I think it just all doesn't add up, right? You know.
I mean, sounds fucking like it.
And maybe the reason these spirals are here. Like let's be real here. You look at the dead zone, and they came from the north, obviously, to get to that mine zone. Maybe they came from that. Maybe that's where they hid. Because think about it, nobody had looked there, right?
I mean, look. You ever decide you're feeling froggy, I'm ready to jump.
Look, I don't want to go out there on my fucking own. I'm a big bad shadow lord. Ooh. I heard about what the Harroger did.
I mean, shit. We can get who the fuck ever, or get permission, even to stay, a good bit outside.
Now, the thing about the dead zone is it's a good bit away from Duluth, right?
Yeah.
But they came from under the ground. Maybe that's where they started out.
I mean, shit. Like burrowing that's what those fuckers do. Maybe
And
that's what they've been doing for the last fucking year.
My point being is that like it's right on the border of Woolsmouth territory, right near Northern Woods. Maybe that's where nobody would look for them.
I mean, look, like I said,
It's just a theory. It's just a theory, and I don't know.
Oh, when you figure out how you want to do this thing, let me know. I want in.
I don't know. I couldn't live with myself if something happened. So maybe I'm just fucking weak like that.
Not hardly. Look, we'll get permission. We start small. We start out a distance. Just keep an eye on the place from a good ways off.
Well, I mean, if we get everyone and their mom involved, it might spook them. No offense to your pack here, but you guys aren't subtle. Smirking.
She cracks a grin. Oh, that's not subtle. Why? Just. I mean,
You're not.
exactly wrong.
You're not subtle.
Like I said, you're not strictly wrong.
So if I am going to do things, I need people I can trust with me on this. I need people to pick up a gavel and do something that not people are going to be able to do. We're not going to get fucking credit for this. Not yet.
Jules is a Regabash, isn't he?
Galliard.
Oh, oh, that's right. Shit.
Jules is a Galliard.
All right.
But he's a Shadow Lord, you know.
He is. So start eyeing up. I'm on this team.
I mean, who do you recommend? I reckon at most 4 of us. At most.
All right. So if I'm being honest, we went quiet. I know this sounds fucking crazy. Gideon is freaky fucking quiet when he wants to be.
He's also loud.
I mean, he doesn't get loud until shit hits the fan or until we need him.
No, but Jules actually, it's weird. Jules is normally very laid back and jokey. You know what I mean? It's weird to see him turn on Shadow Lord. You know what I mean? It's kind of jarring. You know what I mean? Because it catches you. He also doesn't understand. He's not ready for that kind of shit yet.
I should let that one go because, I mean, fair enough. He ain't no Shadow Lord.
Look, I've seen him fight. He's a hell of an Arun. Absolutely. I've seen him throw down and lay a bitch out. You know what I use him for? The strike team going in. Because he built that place sky fucking high and I dump him on the back for it. He is a killer. And fucking hats off to him for it. He's not a recon guy. He's the guy who blows open the door, picks up his shotgun, takes the enemy down.
It's
Now,
mostly
if you say otherwise, it's just this is one of those things where if this goes wrong, we could be kicking a hornet's nest that we are not ready for.
Well, let me put it this way then. No, fair is fair. Next time we get a chance to work together, keep an eye on him. He's fucking quiet as me when he wants to be.
I'll watch.
He just needs to know.
I'll watch it, but I've also listened to things he said, which as a Shadow Lord is my job.
Oh yeah.
I would say your theurge is good though, Joe.
Oh,
He may look like a pipsqueak, but he's obviously got his head in the right place, and we're gonna need his theurge. Sunshine is good, but Sunshine's too gun-ho.
Yeah, it's just the look of like, oh, you are not.
He's
wrong.
not mean about it. He clearly has a lot of respect for. It's a bit like he's putting Gideon and Sunshine the same. They're very good at what they do. He's not knocking them. It's just from Jules' perspective, we can't afford to have a beat stick here. You know what I mean? We need someone with subtlety. Sunshine's not one of those. Now he's not sure about Gideon.
That's why she just kind of puts her hand up on it and goes, you know what? If you get the chance, keep an eye. I think you'll be surprised, but I'm not going to push the point if you say you're not game for it because this is, in the end, your initiative. So it's in your fucking hands, not mine.
I'll consider Gideon. I would say Joe out of your pack is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah, Joe's game, and he'll fucking listen too, and he'll catch more than we're gonna.
It's more, I also need people who are going to keep their fucking mouth shut. Because if we're going to report this to the Wormful eventually, we need to have everything airtight. Because let's be real, we say we're going to go to the dead zone, the warder's going to ask questions why we're going to the dead zone, right?
Oh yeah.
And then she's going to say it's not a priority because she doesn't have the evidence to think it's a priority.
Yep.
So I need people who can reliably talk their way out of a situation.
Yeah, she nods. Just fair enough.
Look, would you think it's a priority if suddenly these bunch of people wanted to go check out a place that has nothing to do with the current situation, realistically?
Bunch of fucking please? No, not in
Yeah.
your life.
This is my point. And so Joe is good. Gideon's a maybe. Anyone else?
Um, that we actually trust to keep their mouth shut and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She actually does the whole like sucking a breath, like pulls the hands up, like just kind of crosses her fingers together over her head and gives it a good think while I eyeball things and people.
There is his alpha. There's Evelyn. There is Evelyn. Like, she is an option.
You know what? She will just kind of turn a glance, and I mean, anyone from your pack?
Evelyn. She's got the stones for it.
Yeah, she does.
Frankie, maybe, but Evelyn's better to handle the, I'm going to vote for my own team. You kind of just shrugs, you know what I mean?
I mean, can't be mad. I voted for some of mine. And to be honest, you know what? I don't know if Frankie. You know better than me how good Frankie is at talking and not talking, but
Evelyn is better at handling not just talking, but more if we see shit.
oh no, I just meant that having Frankie at least means that you can say, hey, I want to stay stocked up with shit for maybe future missions or something and actually get us something where we can get proof.
Who says Evelyn can't do that either? Smirk.
I mean, fuck if I know. I just figured the Glasswalker might be able to fiddle you up something really tidy.
I'd be worried about introducing a Glasswalker out there. But Evelyn or Frankie?
Oh no, I didn't mean take him out there or even let him know what you're doing. Just get a gadget.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, she's just like, you don't got to tell them the whole story, but if you ask the Glasswalker to make you a fancy gadget, well, they're going to be like, hold on to your ass.
I'll see what I can run by him without him getting too suspicious.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't pan out, doesn't pan out. But if you get them all excited about future recon, like just little hand gestures.
Who do you got?
For which?
Whichever.
I mean, Evelyn's fucking solid. Let me look at who else we've been running with. Because, I would love to bring, like, my brother, but he's too big for this. And too many people would notice he'd gone off.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are too big. They're too big.
I mean, Olaf and Aileen are the two clears from his pack.
I've gotten a feel for Aileen. Let me look at Olaf and actually see what all is written there, because I have not gotten a feel for him in play yet. Not as much as I'd like, so... Actually, now that I'm rereading it and remembering who this guy is, I mean, depending on how bad we expect it to get, Olaf's apparently got a hell of a trigger finger, and he might be able to clear up anything on our asses so we can get out.
I've heard good things about Olaf. A lot of good things.
Yeah. Having a good snipe to catch anything off our tails so we can get out. That could really make the fucking difference.
All right. It seems we're at a bit of a point where we're going to need these people. So realistically, like step and lean towards her. 5 at the most.
All right.
So we've got Olaf, Joe, you, me. The question is it Gideon or Evelyn?
If we got the time, get an eye on Gideon. If we don't have the time, we'll just go Evelyn.
I think
Your fucking trust.
if it takes a drag, we take a look and see what happens with this mining town. We'll get a feel for this man. See what we do.
All right.
Question is, how do you feel about working with me then, Kira? Glancing over at her.
She cracks a grin. Apparently he's so scared that I said I'm fucking in from the drop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did say that I want you to work with me.
Yeah. I actually really want to see how we work together too.
I mean, if you're as good as you look, then we should be fine.
I am fucking fantastic.
Mm.
Like, look at me. Like, puh! I'm even better than I look, and that's saying something.
Maybe.
Oh, just the
That smirk from Jules.
a little hand to heart. Like, just how dare you?
You just kind of hold the swag. It pops his collar like,
Look, I see you feeling threatened by my swag. I see it. But don't worry. One day you'll get used to all this. All this. Just the whole gesture. All this.
Well, then I trust you can keep quiet on it.
You bet your ass.
Good.
Yeah. Just a little zip gesture. Not a fucking word. This is your gig. I'm just going to be fucking amazing at it.
I'll tell you this for nothing. If you hadn't been snapped up by Reindeer Pack, we would have taken you in.
Yeah?
You just wouldn't have been able to go back to Ireland for a bit due to Adder and all that shit.
I mean, I think it's going to be a while regardless.
Mm-hmm. But we would have taken you in. Evelyn was eyeing you up. But you guys all snapped together as a group, so you guys just give a shrug.
Look, it's nice to know I'm a hot commodity, even though I already know it.
I mean, we liked your style, so you kind of fit in with a lot of our shit.
I'm just saying, this makes for some good, some cooperative, like she doing the little hands back and forth, some good little cooperative work.
Just a shrug. Depends on how good you are. Y'all may be the rough and tumble pack, but when it comes to scouting out shit, we're actually a lot better than you think. Stares in at her. You know what I mean?
You know what? Challenge fucking accepted.
Yeah, this is like a wink.
Yeah, the big old grin because, challenge fucking accepted. I'm going to show you what a baller I am. Fuck!
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we'll see if you are as fine as combat as you look. So
I'm fine at everything. I'm just fucking fine.
yeah, he'll eye roll.
Wait.
You go and get going. Unfortunately, you're not a kinfolk, so I can't enjoy other things. Sticking out his tongue.
It's just a little lip bite, but the eyebrow waggle. So it's like too serious and then not at all serious.
Yeah, I mean, he's completely playful as well. It's like, unfortunately, you're not a kinfolk, so you're nothing to me. Yeah.
Fine. I won't let this rejection stand. Just hair flip, the whip around. Just, and just, yeah. She'll go to march off. You know, I'm so offended.
Bye,
Nah.
Jules.
Goodbye, Jules. I don't have a door to dramatically slam this tree branch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, thorns. Shit.
Yeah, when you come back, you'll see that Anastasia has gotten you dinner.
Has Conda some fucking dinner?
Yes, she really did, Katie. I'm not even lying.
Oh, she climbs in, like, heads back into the room, and it's like, oh, hey, girl.
I'm beautiful. Hello.
Saw you working that shit.
Yeah, passes it over. It's good food.
That was fucking hot.
Oh, well, I learned from the best.
Mm. Oh, girl. Oh, you understand me. Yeah, she'll sidle in, like, totally snatch food. She is not going to turn down noms, especially conned noms. That's the best kind.
Did you have a good day? Doing your thing?
Hell yeah. Today's coming up, Kira.
I'm good. Now, when we're finished, it's my turn to do things tonight.
Oh, really? You just
Mhm.
look over like, oh.
So, eat up your food.
Let me just. No, I'm fucking. Oh, wow. I'm gonna eat the shit out of this because. Oh,
But we can totally finish up there because she will do thanks.
thanks. Fine, thanks.
Yes.
All right.
Huh.
Then I shall wrap it up.